Good day. This will be our last topic for our prelim examination, and today we will be discussing about the relative motion of two particles using a translating axis. Okay, so what is this topic all about? So in this topic, we will be, instead of using a single reference frame, now we will add another one, which is translating. Before we proceed, what are some of the applications of this topic? So this topic is important when dealing with two objects. Okay, two objects that are moving independently. Okay, so we do not want the objects, for example, it is a component of a machine, so we do not want that these two objects will collide. So what do we do? So we will use this concept of translating axis in order to determine the direction of the particle with respect to another particle. Okay, so again, in this topic we will still get three components of position, velocity, and acceleration. So in order to determine the position of a particle with respect to another particle, let's take a look at this diagram. Okay, so this is your origin, or the wherein located is the fixed reference frame. Okay, so this reference frame is fixed and it is not moving. However, you add another reference frame, which we call the translating reference frame. Now, this translating reference frame, pwede nimo na siya i-attach, no? If you have two particles, pwede nimo i-attach either at point A or either at point B. Okay, so with respect to the fixed reference frame or the fixed observer, R sub A denotes the position vector of particle A, as well as R sub B. Okay, so kaning vector mo ni mag-determine sa position sa imo ang object A and position sa imong object B. Okay, now the position of B measured relative to A, position of B measured relative to A is denoted by vector R sub B with respect to A. R sub B over A. So, meaning ani, kaning R sub B over A, position of vector B or position of object B with respect to A. With respect to A, meaning gikan sa A. No, gikan sa A. So, diri ang imo ang direction. Okay? So, kaning vector R sub B over A, no, change sa din siya. Also, kaning R sub A and R sub B. Depende kung ahanin silang duha. Okay. So, therefore, this forms a triangle, and using vector addition, okay, tip to tail method, we could find that R sub B is equal to R sub A plus R sub B over A. Okay? And then, if you find the position, you differentiate it with respect to time, you'll get the velocity. This one. And finally, after differentiating it again, you will get the acceleration. Okay? So, what are the things that you need to do in order to analyze the motion of two particles relative to each other? Again, this one, when applying the relative velocity and acceleration equations, it is necessary to specify the particle A as that is the origin for the translating x prime, y prime, z prime axis. Okay, no? So, gamiton daw nato ang particle A as the origin for the translating axis, this one. Ano yung suggestion, no? Diri daw nato ibutang. But again, pwede man po na nimo ibutang diri. But for consistency, dili lang nato sa ibutang, no? And then, since vector addition forms a triangle, then there can be at most two unknowns represented by the magnitudes or direction of the vector quantities. And lastly, since form man siya triangle, no, you can use the law of sines or cosines, or you can resolve the three vectors into rectangular or Cartesian components. Okay, so let's have an example in order to illustrate this one. Let's take this example, example 12.27. At the instance shown in figure 12-45A, cars A and B, this one is A, this one is B, are traveling with speeds of 18 meters per second and 12 meters per second. So this is the velocity of A and B. Also, at this instant, A has a decrease in speed of 2 meters per second squared and B has an increase in speed of 3 meters per second squared. Determine the velocity and acceleration of B with respect to A. Okay, so this one, decrease in speed, meaning ga-decelerate ang imong car. Okay? And for B, increase in speed, meaning ang unit niya 3 meters per second squared, meaning ga-accelerate imong car. Okay, since ang ipangita man is velocity and acceleration of B with respect to A, so we will use this equation, kani. Okay, so this is the problem. At the instance shown, cars A and B, so this is A and this is B, are traveling with speeds of 18 meters per second and 12 meters per second. Also, at this instant, A has a decrease in speed of 2 meters per second squared and B has an increase speed of 3 meters per second squared. Determine the velocity and acceleration of B with respect to A. So what is asked is velocity of B with respect to A and acceleration of B with respect to A. Okay? So again, a little reminder. So from the previous diagram, this is A and this is B and this is your origin O. This is R sub A, R sub B, R sub B with respect to A. Okay, so ang equation na ni R sub A is just RA plus RB with respect to A. Okay, dapat ang kung saan nadari mo po nadari. What if, so ang direction na ni is R sub B with respect to A, meaning with respect to A, so gikan ang imong vector diri sa A mga to sa B. So mga na siya. So sa difference kung B ano so sa diagram man mo ni mong A mo ni mo ang B. Velocity of A with respect to B. So with respect to B, gikan diri ang R ni mo paano ka. Velocity of A with respect to B. So ano na siya no para hindi mo malibog. Okay? So Okay, so unsa yung unang buhaton nato, no? We establish the translating axis. So based sa problem, since with respect to A man, so dili ang ato y prime x prime. Okay? So dira siya. And then velocity of B is equal to BA plus. Okay? So makuha na nato ang kani based on this equation. Therefore, velocity of B with respect to A is just and then we will solve this one vectorially. So unsa ang component sa imong velocity B? Obos, negative. So negative 12J, right? Negative 12J minus ang imong A kani, this is your morning ang imong velocity. Ito yung i-resolve karon into x and y components. So paano naman na siya? A ni 18 so 16 eh 60 man eh. Follows that 60 po ni dire 60 degrees. So may muna na rin yung result natin isa into B AX BAY. Ang BAX is other is negative 18 so tama, cosine 60i and then paubos again minus 18 sine 60J. Tama. No. Sa. And then, kung na rin mo ang velocity of B with respect to A. So, this becomes, ang 18 cosine 60 is 9i. 9i plus 3.588. Okay? 3.588. Siya. And then if we want to get the magnitude, let's get the square root niya. So ang answer niya would be 9.69 meter per second. And then the angle is theta man kani tangent inverse so answer would be 21.7 degrees. So meaning kung i-plot mo nimong velocity B with respect to A, okay, so mahimo na siyang paano ang imong A, ang imong B B is downward, right? Okay, negative 18, and then ang imo ang B is 12. B. So therefore, kung i-plot nimo ni siya, ang imong velocity B with respect to A is 9i man daw. So 9 and then 3.588. Anak ka. Mo din isa. So then mo ni ang data nga 21.7 degrees. Okay? So mo na ni ang answer. Usulay, pwede na ni. Usulay na rin. Pwede na rin. Vector man eh. Vector notation ka ni. Scalar. This is the magnitude. Muna yung direction niya. Okay? So, yan man kayo sa lisod, no? Imo lang kinanglan. You resolve the components of the velocity of B and A with respect to X and Y, and then imo na yung i-add. Okay? So, ang crucial ni kung mabali ni mo ni. Mamali ni, dili naman masakto ng equation. Dira ka marunong na. Okay, let's proceed with the acceleration. Okay, let's proceed with the acceleration. The acceleration of B is the acceleration of A plus acceleration of B with respect to A. Okay, so based on this diagram, acceleration A nimo, start to sa A, no, is gani. So i-resolve na nimo into X and Y components. So this will become 2 cosine 60i plus 2 sine 60j, right? Plus acceleration of B with respect to A. Okay, by the way, ngayon na day, decrease in speed of 2 meters per second. Decrease lang. Anong wala na ito naging negative? Kay base na siya sa mo ang reference frame, no? Paano naman na siya? Pag resolve ni mo ana, going to the right of going up. So, ang importante lang aning anong decrease kay para may bawaan mo kung so, purpose ng word na decrease, no? Para mabawaan mo kung ang imong aim ang good, ngayon siya nga ka-travel daw na siya dire, paubos, paana. Dire ang velocity A. Na kung mayroon kang decrease in speed, meaning ga-decelerate. So, kung ga-decelerate ka, ga-decrease ang imong velocity ana. So, ang imong acceleration paana siya. So, mao na siya. Kung mayroon pa nga ga-accelerate, so meaning, kung accelerate, paana na. kung nag-accelerate, same ang imong velocity and acceleration or direction. Pero kung yun nga nag-decelerate, so opposite ang direction sa acceleration sa velocity nimo. Meaning, ga-travel ang imong car padung diri nga direction, pero since ga-decelerate man ka, baliktad ang imong acceleration. Nagkagamay man yung velocity. Okay, I hope na clear na sa inyo, no? Okay. Now, kaning acceleration B, medyo crucial po niya siya. Nga naman, kay curve man niya siya good. No, acceleration of B, since curvilinear man ni, sunaan ni tangential and normal component, no? Normal. Kinanglanan na to solvon. Okay. For the tangential acceleration sa B, and B has an increase in speed of so kani. So unsa na siya nga direction? J direction sa mo ni sa 3J. Obviously ay negative 3J. Negative 3J na siya. And then the acceleration of B normal is just velocity of B squared over rho. Tama? B squared over rho. So, saan ang velocity sa B? 12. So, 12 squared over, given mo ng rho, 100. So, ngayon yung 1.44 meter per second squared. Okay? 1.44 meter per second squared. Okay. But since so asa man day ang diba kani mo ni ang kaning 3 mo ni ang tangential. Ang normal always going sa center sa curvature. So paano? This is the normal. Kani acceleration B tangential. So ang answer ani mo man yung magnitude, pero pag sulat nimo sa acceleration B would be may mo ning negative 3J minus, no? Minus 1.44. Anong minus man? Kay going to the left man na. Oh, going to the left. Kani going down, no? Negative. Okay, so ato na din ang isulat dire. Kung ano yung reason, ha? Acceleration B, sa ang value ani, ito, negative 1.44i minus 3J. Tama ba? Is equal to, kani 2 cosine 60 is 1. So 1 pa rin. Cosine 60 1.732 J plus. Okay, so therefore ito na nang i-add ng mga same of unit vector. Acceleration B respect to A is just negative 2.44i tama minus 4.732. Okay. Unit is meter per second squared. Again, the magnitude is just equal to square root of so the magnitude is 5.32 meter per second squared, and then the direction is tangent inverse of negative 4.732 over negative 2.44. So answer Ana would be 62.7 degrees. Okay. So wala siya. Okay, so just review this problem, and then you have also another example sa book. Just